Yeah. 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 T.T Tiff, you ready? Yeah.
I know you seen me on the video.
True.
I know you heard me on the radio.
True.
But you still don't pay me no attention. Listening to what your friends mention.
Yeah.
She's a
Got a different every day of the week.
It's true.
I got to let you know that I got a crush on you. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so silly.
Yeah. Yo, check this out. This is the what? Episode 1. Episode 1 of SpeakNai with my brand new co-host, T.T Tiff. Yeah, SpeakNai. We in the building. Let's go. Yeah. All right, man. Let's do what we do.
You silly with you?
Let's do what we do. All right, let's do what we do. All right, let's do what we do.
Well, thank you for allowing me this platform.
Absolutely. T.T Tiff. What's good? What's good with you? So once again, this is SpeakNai with T.T Tiff. Y'all know who I am, SpeakNai. So further ado, I'm going to let T.T Tiff tell y'all a little bit about herself so we can get in on the new podcast. You did.
First, just thank you for giving me this opportunity to sit in with you in the
For sure.
studio and just chop it up and ask you questions and get your feedback. And I appreciate that because I know it's a lot of people that would like to have this opportunity. So
Facts.
Thank you all. Thank you for allowing me just to fill in the seat for this podcast, SpeakNai. Here we're just gonna ask Nay questions that viewers have sent in DMs, messages, and we'll also touch on some things that are going on in the news, and then just be silly with it and have fun with it. Sometimes, I might ask you some serious questions. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready. And everything and listen, we always gonna keep it 100. So it's like I said, whatever we answer, whatever I answer, whatever she answers, it's our opinion on how we feel about the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we are going to keep it honest, truthful, and 100. You dig? So before we start the show, hold up, give me 1 minute.
What are you doing?
I gotta make sure everything's straight. You dig? So listen, before I start the show, I definitely want to give a special shout out to my bro Chris and his wife for the mouth shirts. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna talk that cash money. You get it? So you want to read the shirt for me? What did it say?
See, mouth. You got a lot of chains on.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me move these out the way. There you go.
Mouth, clap back verb. One who simply uses fluorescent language to express to another individual that they are trash. See also talking cash money shit.
Basically. So listen, that's what we do while we on the flag football field, in the sporty news, or just when us brothers get together, we talk that you know what I'm saying? So, so T.T Tiff, it's on you. It's on you, baby. What you got for me?
Well, I know we had another recent passing of a young artist, and we just want to give a shout out to that young brother. Yeah,
special shout out to not even a special shout out, just a rest in peace to, up and coming artist Pop Smoke. You know what I'm
saying? He could have been your son. He could have been my son.
Facts.
20 years young.
And I just at the end of the day, at the beginning and at the end of the day, we're just a blessing making it home from wherever you coming from. And just being around people that you trust and being around genuine people that you feel safe around, because there's just a lot of clowns out here, a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, you know what I'm saying? And some people they just came in there and killed him, and nobody else was hurt. They didn't take anything, you know what I'm saying? The news is trying to say it was a ordered hit or something like that, but it's just very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very, very unfortunate situation. So love on those who love you. You know what I'm saying? Love on those who's loving on you.
Put a value on it. Put a value on it.
For real. Just don't be out here just with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's some people that would love to have your life. You know what I'm saying? Not even understanding what you went through to get what you have.
What it acquired.
You know what I'm saying? They just see the finished results. They don't know where you started from. You know what I'm saying? So, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Condolences to his family and all that. And man, just an unfortunate situation.
I was going to jump right into a viewer's question, but since we're talking about value and putting a value on it, I did want to ask you a question, and this one's coming from me. What is a basic bitch? And before I say what is a basic bitch, I should say this is a three-parter.
Okay.
What is a lady in 2020? Number one. What is a down bitch? And then what is the definition of basic bitch? Because I don't know. You hear a lot of women calling each other that. You hear men saying that. Now, we know the word bitch is derogatory anyway.
Yeah.
It's not a term of endearment.
Not at all.
Some women do call each other bitches, though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think as soon as you allow somebody to call you a bitch, you didn't pick up that title.
Yeah, and how can you be mad by a man calling you that if you call yourself that?
Right.
Just like the N-word, you know what I'm saying?
So, what is a lady in 2020?
What does a lady
look like?
What is a lady in 2020? I guess for me, it's hard to answer that because there's just so many different dynamics and so many different definitions of what a lady is today.
Yeah.
Like for me, what a lady is a woman who has her together. You know what I'm saying? A woman who has her together, a woman that knows her purpose, knows her value, knows her worth, and knows exactly where she's going in life. And she doesn't need a man to complete her. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with wanting a man, but she doesn't need a man.
And that's your definition of a lady?
Well, just put if you unpacking everything. Because a lot of these bad bees that we talk about.
Right.
The number one thing that they scream is they don't what?
They don't need a man.
They don't need a man.
I didn't even add that one.
A lady knows.
A baddie.
A lady doesn't need a man.
A baddie with a fatty, right? That's what they say.
All baddies ain't got no fatties though.
Well, you can buy it now. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about?
Hold on, let me.
We got a lot.
I know. Let me get to what I was about to say. You know what I mean? My bad to cut you off, but a lady doesn't need a man, but wants a man. You feel me? Wants a man that's going to not only love her unconditionally, but protect her. A man that can pray for her, not pray on her. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these women don't even know what a prayer life is, especially when it comes to just praying for themselves and praying for their children and just praying over life. You know what I'm saying?
When I think of a lady, I think of such a classic lady.
Facts.
And every once in a while, we catch one, right? And I think you're right. She can care for herself. She has self-value. She expresses, her beliefs and what she holds value to clearly. That's what I think of when I think of a lady. I think of my grandmother. I think of my great-grandmother. I think
definitely
of your grandmother.
Definitely.
Honestly, like just a lady
definitely
who isn't malicious, doesn't have beef with people. You know what I'm saying?
Messy.
There's no such thing as that. That's what I think a lady is, a true lady.
For sure.
You did mention bad bitch. I didn't put that one on the list, but what is a bad bitch? I guess all the fellas could.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
So,
if I'm going by what I see, and when a woman calls herself that,
I think that's what a bad bitch is. It's not. It's a physical thing, whereas a lady, it's a inward outward.
Facts.
A bad bitch is just an outward. Right?
I definitely agree with that.
It's just you look and play the part.
And you call yourself a female dog at the same time.
All right, down bitch.
Now, this one. now this one right here, listen. In 20
You just did 20 years and she held you down.
And she down.
She brought them Skittles.
She might as well put on a red nose,
Oh.
a big, some bowling. You know how the bowling shoes be so big? She might as well put on some of them and a big old fluffy wig because she's a clown. Like, ain't nothing down. Listen, this is what a down woman is in 2020 for what they say it is. A man can do whatever he wants to do, and she's going to be down with him. Whether it's sleeping with other men, whether it's sleeping with other women, whether it's in and out of prison, and she stays down.
Look of confusion.
Absolutely. I am confused too. So to me, that is more of a circus act, a person that doesn't love themselves,
Yeah.
doesn't know what love is, doesn't know what their worth is, and just needs somebody that they can call their own. But he is for everybody.
That's crazy because when I think,
That's not down.
When I think I wanna be down with what you're going through, no, Brandy, no.
I mean, yeah. The song was hot.
Was she talking about that?
No, she wasn't talking about that.
What was she talking about?
I mean, but at the same
But we're
time,
talking about 2020.
but we're talking about 2022 though.
Fast
I think
forward.
back then, being down with somebody is I'm rocking with you.
Right.
But I want that same energy reciprocated.
Reciprocation.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna rock with you heavy, I need you to rock with me heavy.
Right.
Now there's so many individuals that are rocking so shady, and they have a partner who is all the way 110% in.
I don't think that's rocking. I think that's swaying.
Rocking, swaying, there's holes in the boat, something.
There's holes in the boat.
We're sinking,
Just
Titanic.
kidding. Okay, and what is the definition? Last and final question. I take that back. I lied.
See, first episode and she lying already. See, here
I'm
we
not
go.
lying to you. I'm lying to him. No, I'm just playing. What is a basic bitch?
I don't know.
I was actually called basic once.
No, I think what people mean basic is, for some people, basic is boring.
Ooh.
Yeah, basic is boring.
Yeah.
You handle your business. You ain't all out here in the streets. You mind your business. You ain't in nobody else's business. You're not messy. You not nothing.
I wasn't called a basic bitch, but somebody said, I really like her.
But she's basic.
They said this to another person. I like her because she's basic.
Listen,
And
not a whole lot
the
of
friend
makeup.
the friend that was in this conversation got really upset and defensive for me and said, I can't believe he called you basic. I said, what you talking about? Because in her mind, she's thinking basic bitch.
Absolutely.
So
she ain't looking at it like who you are as a woman.
these lights are hot.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're hot.
I mean, when you're drinking too, so drink some water. What is hot? I know. Alcohol, lights, yeah.
You didn't have to tell on me like that.
But hey, man.
Grown.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I went back to the person. I said, "Yo, like, what was this about?" And he said, I wasn't trying to be offensive when I said basic. He said, but it's such a delight and a breath of fresh air to see someone that doesn't spend so much time trying to put on this shell of a person or trying to run the streets or trying to keep up with everything.
Facts.
And honestly, if I had to say, I am pretty, if that's the definition of basic, then I guess I am.
But I like, but basic is too though. Like you cover yourself up. You handle your business.
I mean, sometimes you gotta put it on. But
You know what I mean?
in everyday.
There's a time and a place to be ratchet.
Right.
There's a time and a place to be sexy. There's a time and a place for you women to seduce us. There's a time and a place for that.
All right. Basic bitch. What is a basic bitch?
I don't know.
All right. Tell us what a basic bitch is.
If you know, please comment or
we need to know
your definition of it because I don't know.
We need to get a hold and a control of this. What is a basic bitch?
I don't know.
All right. So you mentioned some of these women out here don't have that body. But I'm telling you, these days you can buy a body. How do you feel about women that are buying a larger chest? Some of these women are born with large chests. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. If you did this, you prayed on it, you fasted on it. You didn't do that. You just said, I want to look like that. You took a picture of another chick with you to the doctor and said, this is what I want to look. I'm not putting you down. That's what you decided to do with your body. All salute. I hope it all went well. No scarring, no sickness, no illness, no loss of limbs. Because that's the chance you take.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
With this, it's a serious...
And the longevity of it, of how, what it's going to look like, and if it's being done right.
I can tell you
the health issues, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you what it looked like if you want to know. Longevity. So some of these women are buying that, and some of these men like it. I hear in songs that are coming out, men saluting the fact that they're buying backs, butts, and ass, yes, and enhancing breast, or helping women get tummy tucks and things of that nature. This is SpeakNai, okay? SpeakNai. How do you feel about that? Would you date someone that's had body augmentation? And even taking it back to simplifying that, how would you feel if the person that you were with decided, hey, I'm going to get injections in my forehead and in my smile and in my creases? And what's the difference? Like body augmentations versus in and out procedure?
Well, it'd be like, I feel like what works for you is what works for you. You know what I'm saying? If you did your research and you know exactly the health issues, the pros and the cons and all that, you got the money to pay for it, all that, listen, do you. You know what I'm saying? But as far as in me, I personally would like a woman naturally. Like, that's just me. Right. You know what I'm saying? If my woman came to me and said, hey, I'm thinking about getting this done, I'm thinking about doing this, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about it? Me personally, I'm probably gonna shoot it down because I'm into a lifetime with this woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want a health issue to come up by something she did just to try to look good.
Appeasing.
You know, appeasing to herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women do it for the appeasement of other men. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
well, it's almost like a cloning process we're going through without being cloned. I want to look like that person.
Yeah.
I want to look like
I'm
that
not
person.
choosing a woman based off of what her body looks like, because in due time, we all age. We're all going to look different. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care how many surgeries you got.
Yeah.
We can't defeat Father Time.
Okay. So I said I could tell you what it looked like with age. So I was working in a senior community. I'm not going to say where. And it was for well-off seniors. So they had invested well, had great jobs. Now they're living in this residence. And a few of the ladies, I guess they were some of the first people to get the body augmentations.
Because they're older.
Back in the 80s, right?
Okay.
So I think you're supposed to go in every so often and get a tune-up. Mm-hmm. But you can't stop.
So hold up. You just said a tune-up like it's a car or something. So they having to go back every few months to get a tune-up.
Not every few months, but like every few so often. You got to get it checked up. You can't just put it in and I'm good for life. It's not a life. It's not a lifetime guarantee.
For sure.
Right. Things happen. The body, like you said, changes. So there was this little old lady. She had started not osteoporosis, but her spine started to curve, and that's what happens to a lot of seniors. And her face started to sag. She'd gotten her nose done. She'd gotten facelifts over the years. So she was older, but she was always like this, and she's hunched over with these big rocks on her chest. It's not.
I just don't think for everybody. It's not safe for everybody.
I don't think people think of what
no, because so many people are living in the now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're living in the now of what it looks like. They're not looking at what happens 15, 20 years from now.
Possibly in a senior residence, if you play your card right, or you're going to be in a nursing home, which if you had to go down this road,
Yeah.
you know what a nursing home looks like. Are you going to be cared for by your family? And you're going to have these great big knockers and all this thin skin. It's going to be weird.
Yeah, and like I say, it's
I'm not judging
It's a
anybody.
health, but like I said, like it works for some people, and it doesn't work for some
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? As long as if you're out here doing that, or you have plans to do it, that you've done your research.
Your due diligence.
You're not in Mexico. You're not going over to some foreign country getting this stuff done for $2,500 and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I heard that
come on, man.
5,000 is reasonable. Anything upwards. Anyway, I'm not talking because I was researching this for me. I listened.
Right.
All right.
What else you got for me?
Well, there was a recent release or footage on Facebook where a woman walked in on a business partner as he was penetrating another man. So I said penetrating, as he was having intercourse with another man. I know some words trigger you, so I'm going to try to be careful with the way I talk about this.
Not that I'm homophobic or anything, but it's just some stuff just some words that I would rather not use. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, once again, me nor T.T Tiff have anything against, you know, the alphabet.
LGBTQ.
Yes, that. So, you know, what you do is your business. I love you, who you are as a person, period. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
so what you do is your business. This man, however, got upset when the woman walked in on him.
Absolutely.
She took it into her hands to announce it to her Facebook world, which then got reposted. Blah, blah, blah.
But she first tried to extort him. And this happened in Indiana just a few days ago. She tried to extort this man for $5,000. He refused. So she went to Facebook Live about it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was some extortion.
Yes.
In the long, she lost her life.
Absolutely.
Nobody ever deserves to be gunned down like a dog.
What happened was she went to Facebook Live, put him on blast.
He got upset.
Made fun of it. He got upset. He ran her down on the road, pretty much smashed into her car, got out, and shot her 2 times in the head.
Who's wrong in this situation? Who's really wrong in this situation? In your opinion?
In my opinion. First of all, let me just say this. Him and her were not in a relationship. They were not in a relationship. They had messed around 2 years ago, but they were not in a relationship at all. They were doing business. How she walked in on them is that she left her keys in the house. She went back. The door was unlocked. She walks in. She walks in to look for her keys.
She witnesses.
She walked in to the room with them doing what they was doing. They chase her out of the house. She tries to extort them. He says no about the extortion. She goes to Facebook Live. She puts him on blast. Pretty much embarrasses him, does all that.
Another case of Facebook Live gone wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She went to Facebook with it, clout chasing, likes, making fun. He wasn't the one to play with. He ran her down he found her, ran her down on the road, like I said, crashed into her car at like 60, 70 miles per hour, got out of his crash car, and shot her twice in the head. Now, who's wrong?
Who's wrong?
I'm going to say this. He is definitely out of line for
taking somebody's life.
For taking somebody's life.
Yeah.
We have to put some blame on her as well for putting his business out there. Like,
it's not a laughing matter.
It's not a laughing matter. And once again, like we say, she was clout chasing. She went to social media with this.
So that makes her a clout chaser.
You can't play with everybody. Everybody not playing.
Right.
Like we were talking the other day. Like, if social media, if Facebook and Instagram was like it now, like if we had it 15, 20 years ago, there would have been a lot of dead people. You can't play with nobody's life. You can't put nobody's business out in the street. You can't sit behind no computer and just type like ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Everybody's not playing.
Right.
So if you out there and you real messy and you putting people on blast and you just be and you just miserable, you deserve everything that's coming to you. Straight up. I know it sounds, but any negative energy that you are given, you got to be able to take it.
Right.
You got to be able to be ready to receive it. So if you bashing somebody all the time and that person see you in the mall and come up to you and it's a problem, then what? You've been talking on social media for the past 2 months about
stand on it now.
What you gonna do to this person? Now this person see you. You got to stand on it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a bad tragedy, a bad situation. But he was a down low brother. But it wasn't her business to put it out to the world.
To out him.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
She played with the wrong person.
Yeah.
She did, and she lost her life.
Yeah.
Over it, and he lost his.
Yeah.
He's gonna go away for the rest of his life. You know, we didn't know if she was a mother, a cousin, or something like. Nobody won. Nobody won, and social media is getting people effed up every single day. Every single day.
Well, it's not social media. It's the misuse of social media. It's the misuse.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody not using it for good.
Yeah.
The devil on there too.
Yeah.
For sure. So.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the young lady.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yes.
You know, her condolences to her family. You know what I'm saying? She definitely didn't deserve that. But you can't play with everybody because everybody not playing.
I have so much I want to talk to you about.
Let's go.
How much time?
Let's go. Let's go.
Should I be concerned about the time?
No, we good.
Okay.
We good.
Rick James. Recently, a woman came out in her 50s. She's claiming that Rick James raped her when she was only 15 years old and living in a group home. Rape is another serious matter that we do not think is a laughing matter at all. It's very serious. Anybody that experiences that kind of trauma, we hope that they seek help, that they take all the proper steps to ensure that whoever victimized them is held accountable.
Facts,
and two,
sure.
that they can go on and get the help that they need so that
Yes.
they can recover, because there
Indeed.
is a recover associated with that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Any injury, there is recovery time. This young lady, though, this woman.
And you see my face because I read the story, so
Right.
whatever.
She's come out. She was 15 when this happened, back in, I believe, 1979.
the year I was born.
Yeah, your birth year.
Come on,
so
man.
this happened 40 years ago.
Crazy.
And she's saying that Rick James came to the group home. He was invited to excite the kids at the group home. He was introduced to everyone. She didn't know who he was. So she said, I don't know who he is. Went to her room. Rick James then followed her. And that's where the sexual assault occurred. Now, I visited. Did I make a visited?
Visited.
I visited group homes throughout my life. I've never lived in a group home. I've never stayed in a group home, but I've been to several group homes, whether it was visiting family, friends. I've been to group homes. And when I was younger, group homes, you couldn't just walk in.
No.
There was a clearance, and I'm not saying that this is the way every single group home works, right? I haven't gone to every single group home, but in my experience, every group home I've ever been to, there is some kind of clearance. You have to sign in to a book. Some of them, you have to. Some of them you have to be cleared to come. I can't imagine that a celebrity came to a group home. This was 1979, granted. A celebrity came to the group home. His publicist wasn't aware. His team wasn't aware. His management wasn't aware. And he just came in. We can't say that she's lying.
Come on, man.
We weren't
1979.
there.
Why
We
is this
weren't
even?
there.
Why is this even a story though?
Because the statue for children.
He's dead. This man is dead.
The statue for
Come
children.
on, man.
Where was this? This
Come
was
on,
in New
man.
Jersey. Hold on,
Let's keep it 100, man.
It was
Let's keep it 100, man.
Buffalo.
Let's keep it 100.
The
man.
statue for the Child
This
Act
man
statue.
has been dead since when?
About 16 years.
Come on, man. Now all of a sudden, Rick James.
Right.
Come on, man. 40 years ago?
And this is my thing. She wants $50 million.
He ain't even worth $50 million. And even if he is, like, she don't deserve nothing.
And that's another catch right there. How do you feel about living wills?
Oh man.
Do we talk about living wills in our community enough?
No, we don't.
Because in this story, what stood out to me was that Rick James' estate is being held by the state of California, which usually means there was no living will. I don't think she's going to get this $50 million.
She shouldn't get no $50 million.
I can't imagine the
$50 million?
I can't imagine the state issuing a check for $50 million.
Something that happened 40 years ago.
Yeah, the state of California.
And let me just say this. Even if she is telling the truth, 40 years ago.
Right.
Like 40 years ago.
And 50 million? I'm just saying.
Next. Come on, man. For real. T, like, seriously. $50 million?
That's a lot of money.
40 years ago?
Yeah.
And he's been there for 16.
Yeah. She was 15. I believe she's about 55 now. She is staying anonymous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because somebody gonna come out and say, for real? That's it. Man, come on, man. What you got for me? What you got for me? What you got for me? Hold up. Hey. Yo. I done turned up, and I done draped up, and I done turned up, and I done draped. No, I'm playing. Hold up. My bad. I just had to get
What do
crunk
you
for a
think
minute.
about conspiracy theories? Do you believe in conspiracy theories?
Yes and no.
I
think there's a catch. I think as far as in history itself and the things that happen, I think there is some foul play in a lot of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
when you heard that AIDS was developed from someone in Africa sleeping with a monkey,
didn't believe that. Didn't believe that. I think a lot of these diseases that are going on today are man-made.
Yeah,
and we
I
know
agree.
they're not. Somebody
So-
bit off the head of a bat
That's
and
where I was
got
gonna
corona.
go.
Come on, man.
That's where I was gonna go.
Come
That's where I was
on.
gonna
I know
go.
people eat weird stuff.
Yeah.
I know, but one person is just giving it to millions of people.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Just like black people got a hold of cocaine back in the day. When history tells you that the president, the government was a part of it the whole time,
Right.
dropping it in the hood. We didn't have planes and boats to go get this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. I think the conspiracy theories in some cases are very, very alive.
Yeah.
But I think they put too much emphasis on it when it's just life itself. When
Yeah.
things just in life happen.
Yeah.
But I do believe a lot of stuff.
I was in
without play.
I was in a salon recently, and there were a lot of people agreeing that this is God's way of just making things come to fruition. So like the coronavirus is a disease that's killing people. How do you feel about that? Do you believe that God would inflict this? Now, I think that God and the devil use people.
I think people are trying to play God. I think people are trying to do whatever it is they're trying to do to get ahead. Like for every disease that we have in America, there is a cure for it. Don't listen. You can't tell me by the researchers and the doctors that we have here, there ain't no cure for AIDS. No, you gotta have money.
Yeah. Magic Johnson looks really healthy.
You gotta have money.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just keeping it 100.
Can I say that? Can I say?
You can say, listen, we gonna keep it 100. You say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
You gotta have money to be healed. But for every disease that is put out here, there's a cure for it. Yeah, we'll get a flu shot and be sicker. That make no sense.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
They're asking babies, take your baby, don't get a flu shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes them sicker?
Yeah. I've only had the flu shot once in my life, and the one time I did get it, I got sick. And I talked to and I've read stories where nurses, and I could be wrong, any nurses out there, please correct me if I'm wrong, but there are nurses that don't even get it.
Yeah, because they know what's in it.
Yeah.
They know what's in it. So when we talking about these diseases like the corona that they keep keeping all these people on a cruise ship.
Yes.
Come on, man. I agree. I agree. If you're gonna keep these people on a cruise ship, you do that so you can try to save other people.
Right.
But you gotta first know where it came from.
Right.
Like, how did all these people on a cruise ship catch it?
Well, it only takes one person to get on with it, and then it spreads. So initially they said there were over 400 people on the boat, I think, and there were only 20 people that tested positive. And then the story keeps changing. You know, it's like a gremlin.
That's how you know.
They
like,
say
you
now
can't
it's 200 plus
Come
people.
on, that's what I'm saying. Like all of a sudden,
Right.
It went from
And-
40 to 200 that quick.
What is driving me insane about the entire thing is you've got these people from all over the world, right? You got some Canadians, you got mostly Americans, you got people from overseas, everywhere. And they're holding them on this ship almost like a cesspool. And then once they get out, they're actually going to start the quarantine process. So right now, they're not even in quarantine.
So people missing work and their kids, their family because of
I think they don't know what to do
the
with
outbreak.
them.
I mean, I don't think they know what to do with the disease, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it came out of nowhere. It ain't like we've been dealing with this disease for years.
Yeah.
It just came out of nowhere. And listen, if you do your research, every 7 to 10 years, there's a new disease.
Yeah.
That's an outbreak
Yeah.
on
Okay, so conspiracy theory.
different places. Twilight Zone?
Yeah, conspiracy theory.
I hate that.
for
I ain't
you.
like that show.
Conspiracy theory for you.
I ain't like that show.
They say the world is overpopulated. This is just me talking. They say the world is overpopulated, and the most overpopulated space is China.
Absolutely.
Would you release a biohazard disease on that community to take those people out? But then you'd have to know that it would travel.
They don't care. They don't
Right.
care.
So would you be with my conspiracy theory now?
I mean, I rock with it a little bit.
A little bit.
I rock with it a little bit because we also have to understand that our government and a lot of other governments don't really care
Right.
about people.
Yeah.
Like, especially when we're talking about deaths. You know what I'm saying? Like,
An overpopulation.
an overpopulation.
Yeah.
So, you know, people dying is what it is
Right.
to our government and to other governments, you know. So that's how I feel about it.
So I'm gonna bring this back in, and I'm gonna go to the viewer's question.
Facts.
All right.
What the viewers got to say to ask Nick?
So someone reached out.
That drink kicking in. Reach in, reach out. Let me tell you what this is all about. Hey.
No. Somebody reached out, and they said, should a man be responsible for all the bills in a household? Wait, it's a two-parter. And if so, what role does the woman play in 2020?
Listen, man. First of all, it's up to the man of how he want to play this out. It's simply up to the man of how he wants to play it out. Me personally, absolutely not. I look like the only way I could see myself paying all the bills if she is my wife. That's it. not a girlfriend.
You don't want to. Let's play hide.
Absolutely not. Like, if she is not my wife, I am not paying all the bills.
Right.
And if she is, we're a team, and she is going to be working as well. We're putting everything together and handling our business. It don't matter who paying the bills then. It don't.
Yeah.
If we a team, you know what I'm saying? But women these days are asking, oh, you ain't a real man if you can't pay all the bills. Well, you was paying them before you was with me.
Ooh.
You was paying them before you was with me. Tory Lane said this the other day. I wish I could pull it up, but I can't. He said he would not deal with a woman that asked him to buy her a purse if she can't afford it for herself. If she cannot afford it for herself, why is she going to ask me for it? And he said he gets far away from that woman as possible.
Sounds like Tory Lanez has been reading the book of Sugar Baby and Sugar Daddy. I was also in the salon the other day.
No, for real though.
On my salon stories. And there was a young lady who was quite honest, and she talked about being a sugar baby. And not to expose the game, but there are rules to the sugar baby, sugar daddy. It's not an industry. What is it called? Lifestyle. And one of the prerequisites, I am slurring. One of the prerequisites is that a sugar baby cannot ask a sugar daddy to give them the gift. They have to be gifted the gift. That's what a gift is. I give it to you. You don't ask me for it. I could ask you what would you like, but I have to start that conversation.
Why would any woman want to subject themselves to that? Just go out and get your own job. If hustling is selling your body, be your own boss. You don't need no pimp to do nothing for you. Like, for real, it's 2020. So a sugar daddy. So if you have a sugar daddy, you are a hoe. You are a prostitute. Let's stop playing. Like, because he's gifting you for what you're gifting to him, which is more than likely the ass and everything else.
Well, she said some people do it for companionship. Some people are so old they can't even do that.
Yeah, they 110. They just want some company. For real.
Go get yourself a caregiver.
Yeah. Come on, man. Stop. Listen, we got to stop this. There's a lot of foolishness going on around here. But listen, a woman shouldn't want a man to pay all the bills, because guess what? He can put you out anytime he want to. And you can't tell him what not to do. He can cheat if he wants to. Stay at home. Stay at home. For you ladies that want to stay at home and don't want to work at all, you're a slave. You're a slave. Listen, you better have every meal done by the time he get to the crib. He better not come home and soon as he comes to the crib, he gonna be like this. What you been doing all day? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, like, why would any woman want to subject herself to that? And he can be with anybody he want to. You can't tell him he can't cheat. What you gonna tell him? You better stop talking to the other woman. Get out. You don't own nothing in the house.
I have met men that actually like doing it.
That's what I said. It ain't for everybody.
It's not for everyone.
It ain't for me.
So I will say this. Some of the men that I've met in the past were Jehovah's Witness. And
That's different, though.
And I think that a lot of Jehovah's Witness men don't mind if they're women, if they pay all the bills.
And they might have 8-9 wives, too.
I think you're thinking of Muslims.
Listen, man. I know a Jehovah's Witness who used to live right across the street from me. He had about 4 or 5 wives.
Wow.
His name was David.
Wow.
Yeah, David, I'm putting you on blast. That's your ass.
His wives didn't know about each other?
Yeah, they knew about each other. But because he's paying all the bills, what they gonna do?
Yeah. Sister wives.
Absolutely.
Right. I'm not trying to sister wife.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, man. Teamwork make the dream work. Because if you're waiting for his money, if he runs out of money, you're gone. Because that's why you was with him.
I think that is a good thing to keep your skills up anyway.
Absolutely.
Just sitting around If I could be pampered in that manner, I would definitely still be doing something to improve my life.
You wouldn't be. You would be unemployed. I'm just asking. Would you be unemployed?
If somebody said they wanted to pay all my
Yeah.
bills. Can you pay my bills? Can
I'm
you
asking.
pay my
No, for real.
bills? Can you pay
Listen,
my
man.
bills?
All right. You be calling me talk about.
Don't
I need. You got a couch I can sleep on, or what happened?
come help me pack up.
What happened? And, you know what I'm gonna say? I ain't U-Haul. You should have thought of that. You should have thought of that before you went to quit your job and let a man take care of you. Come on now.
I don't think it's anything wrong with it.
It ain't if you in a winning situation.
Right.
But when a man gets tired of you and he see that young tenderoni, then what?
Well, you better do more than just have warm bed for him. You better be your best friend for real, for real.
But
and
listen,
I think that's the problem.
That's
a lot
what,
of people don't know how to be.
It ain't no more friends. It's just sex partners now. A lot of sex partners, a lot of busybodies, a lot of that's my boo this week. 2 weeks later, you got a new one. I'm still hurt from the last marriage I was in. So now I'm just jumping into a relationship with a person that I don't know, or God told me that you was my husband and you could be a serial killer. But God told me because I like the beard and you like the beard and the gray sweatpants that you my husband.
I think we should talk about that at some point.
Like real talk, man. Like come on, man.
Mental health, mental.
Come on, man. That's mental health is for real.
Because I think people are ignoring some
with
characteristics they see and going and rocking with it anyway.
With no healing.
Yeah.
Nothing can come good of being broken and unhealed. Like you gotta heal.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with rocking with yourself heavy. You don't need a man to pay all your bills.
Yeah.
You don't need a woman to pay the bills while you sitting at the crib dropping off at work playing PlayStation 4 with your homeboys all day.
Not that I couldn't do.
What?
No, I couldn't do. I couldn't go to work. A baby boy situation.
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of women are doing that just to keep a bust around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I was in the mall the other day.
I ain't never been. Oh no, I ain't dropping nobody off at work.
I was in the mall the other day, and I saw
I'm going to work.
A young lady, and she looked so upset, so miserable. She's sitting on the end with her hair pulled into a little bun, and you could tell she needed some attention. And she's sitting next to a dude who's got fresh braids, like his hair had just been braided. He's trying on shoes, and everything about it said, I'm buying these shoes. Everything in her face said, this is on me.
So, and she looking like droopy, mad at the world. Well, this is the man that you choose to be with.
Yeah.
I'm in the parking lot the other day. I'm in Walmart. The woman is grocery shopping. She's by herself. Lots of bags. We walk out at the same time. I get ready to jump in my car. I'm walking past. I'm actually behind her. She's going to her car. She knocks on the hood to let her man know he's sitting in the driver's seat with the music blasting. The first thing she say is, "Damn nigga, you gonna run my battery out?"
Oh no. Where does the disrespect start in that situation?
You know what he did? He started laughing.
Who's wrong there?
Both of them.
Yeah.
First of all, he should have been in the grocery store with her, getting the groceries.
Carrying them back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She is for allowing him to sit in the car, her car.
And hey, you let him ride it.
You let him ride. So he supposed to sit outside. He supposed to sit outside with the radio off. Nothing. You know what with the radio off? It's cold. I got the heat on and everything. Oh, you gonna let me sit in the car? I got the heat on and everything. You wanna play? All right.
I think she's the loser in that situation.
She took a major L.
Yeah.
And I just walked past him and started laughing. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, man. Man, come on, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
Listen, it's the first episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me ask you a question. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. How do you feel about long distance relationships. Can they work?
I've tried twice in this life, and neither time did it work.
I was just going to say that. And it looks like to me that it didn't work.
Neither time did it work. But you know what's funny is I tried it twice in this life with the same person.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like I just, went out and met another random person in another state. But yeah, you have this attraction, but neither one of you are willing to make the
sacrifice.
Yeah, and then as time pushes, you have more and more responsibilities.
For sure.
So it's not like you can just abandon your responsibilities. You don't want to leave where you are. I don't want to live where I am. So do long distance relationship work? I think they can. If somebody makes the decision to...
Like, you got to have a time limit on when you're going to make that sacrifice or make that jump to actually be one. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I think they can work.
Yeah.
I think you have to be mature. I think that it definitely builds a friendship, builds trust. You know what I'm saying? And
that one.
That one. That trust is a... That one. But yeah, man, thank you all for tuning in to the Rhea. I said the Rhea. I'm tripping.
It's not the Rhea.
That's my other show. My bad, y'all.
No more drink for you.
My bad, y'all.
I'm cutting him off.
Thank you all for tuning in to Ask Nay.
Ask Nate.
With T.T Tiff.
T.T Tiff.
This is her first one.
It's my first one.
Hey, listen.
What you think?
Whatever questions that y'all got,
Feedback.
you know what I'm saying? You can hit me up on Facebook. You can definitely get it in my email, speaknai@gmail.com. And yeah, we're going to keep it going. So whatever questions that y'all have for us, we're going to answer them. And we love y'all. Be blessed. Allah.